Hey guys, I'm Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video. I think it's going to be quick. I hope it's going to be quick. I'm not really sure. Of my eyeshadow palettes collection. Now, I obviously have other eyeshadows outside of this, like loose pigments, liquid eyeshadows, just single eyeshadows like the Urban Decay singles and stuff like that. I have some shadows in my Z palette, but these are all palettes that I have. So, to start, I'm just going to show you each palette I have, show you what they look like inside, and that's it. So this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm sure most people have seen. Looks like this. It's one of my favorite neutral palettes that I have. My next one is, this one's kind of old. I don't think they have these anymore. The Shadow Icon Smashbox palette. It's just literally a small smoky kind of set like this. Very pretty. I love that brown. I wish I could find it in some other palette, but I've never seen it in any other palette. This one is the Muse palette from Smashbox. Same thing, Icon palettes. These were my go-to for a long time. And they traveled very well. This one is the Buxom customizable palette where you literally choose the shades. I've already showed you this in a tutorial before. Can't remember which one it was, but if I find it, I'll link it up here. But I think I used the green shadows. I hope that was just sounding bad and not as bad as it sounded. You know what I mean? So the next palette that I just broke the lid off of is also older. It's the Stila Dreamin' Full Color palette, which it looks like this, but I just broke the lid, and it looks like this. This is a really cool eyeshadow palette, actually. These are all blushes on the outer perimeter, and each color coordinates with the next color. Like, so you can use this universal shade. This is that kitten shade, I think is their like most famous shade. You would go like this, and it has corresponding colors. So you would use all of these together. You would use these all for the eyes and this for the face. It was actually really good as one of my first palettes that I got. It really kind of helped me understand coordinating like my blush with my eye looks on some that I didn't really know what went super well with it. That was a good one to have. I don't think they have that one anymore either though. And the next one is, I'm just going to sit them on the floor so they don't fall, is my Urban Decay Vice Limited palette, and it just looks like this inside. Lots of wild colors, lots of electric colors, a couple colors I haven't used. And the next is going to be my Naked collection from Urban Decay. You know, they just look like this inside. This is the original one. This is the Naked 2. Just looks like this. I've obviously used all that matte black because at the time when I first got this, like no other eyeshadow palettes were selling matte blacks. They all had shimmer in them. So I used the literal dickens out of that palette. This is the Naked 3. It's like a rosy rose gold collection. And the next one is one I used for the look that I'm wearing right now. I'll link that up here if you want to see it. It was for my date night look. This is the Naked Smoky collection, which looks like it hasn't been used, but I've used it a lot, so that's good. And this one is the Urban Decay Smoked palette, which is similar to the other one. The Smoky palette also. I had this phase I was going through when I got those palettes that I wanted everything smoky, and I was really into smoky eyes. This is a NYX Happy Birthday palette that I had got. I think I just got this from Ulta for like a birthday gift or something. I think that's what that was. And the next is a BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I'm sure you've all seen this. The next one is the BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette, which just looks like this. It has a mirror inside that's supposed to stand up. Mine broke and fell off like the second time I used it. So, I mean, it's like on one hand, it's, you know, a relatively cheap palette, but on the other hand, that's kind of inconvenient. Can't really travel with it if it's broken. The next is my Dose of Colors. What is on it? Some kind of makeup is on the top of it. My Dose of Colors Mickey palette. I love this palette. It's so cute, isn't it? Look. and it looks like this inside. It's got 6 shadows and a highlighter. Really good quality, really good highlighter. My next is the ColourPop Main Squeeze palette, which just looks like this in a plastic case. And I'm sure you've seen what it looks like inside, because everybody and their mama is using ColourPop now. I also have the Just My Luck Monochromatic palette, which is the green one, just looks like this. And to move on, the next that I just recently had got in a boxy is the Butter London, which I've used for a few looks that I've posted on my Instagram. I have my Instagram in the description box if you need to find me there. This is the Be You Naturally palette from Tarte. It just looks like this inside. I'm realizing now that I have a lot of palettes, okay? I knew that I had a lot, but I really think I have a lot. This is the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. I'm sure everybody in the world has seen this by now. I have several tutorials with these. If you need any of those, just go look at my channel, or I can link one right here somewhere. This is the Pure Cosmetics Festival palette. It looks like this inside. I have looks with this also, if you want to go check those out. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Tarte palette. I really love how these Tarte palettes look. They're so cute. I can't get it open. This one's more of a shimmery neutral. I think all of them are shimmers. Yeah, all of them are shimmers. The next one is the Ace Butte Grandiose palette, which looks like this. I really like this palette. It's actually really pigmented, and I haven't done any looks with it on here, but I've done several looks with them, and they look really good, like fall colors and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do a look with it. This is the Pure Midnight Masquerade face palette. It just looks like this. It's got 4 face colors and 6 shadows. This one I'm not in love with. Ideally, this would be something awesome to travel with because it's got a little mirror, it's a good little protective case, it's got 4 eye colors, 6 shadows, but the color combinations that they used just doesn't make sense to me. This isn't something I ever gravitate towards because it doesn't make sense. However, it smells really good. I don't know why, but it smells like perfume or something. But yeah, none of these really complement one another. The only matte is the brown one, the brown shade. So, I don't know. I don't really ever gravitate towards that palette. The next one is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette. It just looks like this. It's really cute. It reminds me of like a little book or something. This is, yeah, it's mattes and shimmers. Pretty cool tone smoky looks, which is something that would have been right up my alley just a few years ago. And the next one is the Alamar Cosmetics, I don't know how to say it, Reina del Caribe, that's not right. Okay, forgive my butchering of it. But these are really pretty. I did a look with this on my Instagram if you want to check that out. This is the Crown Pro, and it doesn't say for some reason what it is, but it's the Fuego palette. Looks like this inside. Really like this palette. Good pigmentation, good blendability. I really like it. And I have several looks I've done with this one, but I think they're on my Instagram. Haven't done it on here. I have this You Had Me at Hello ColourPop palette. I have done a look with this one on here. I'll link that up here if you want to see it. It's kind of like a smoky eye. And this package really, that palette has like a velvety feel to it. It's kind of weird. The next one is one from our BoxyCharm again. It's the BoxyCharm and Pure palette. It's the one that they made specifically for this. It looks like this inside. The next one is the cutest packaging ever. Look at the kitty cats. Meow, meow, meow. It's Winky Lux. This is the Kitten palette, obviously. Kitten. And it looks like this inside. Really pretty colors. Kind of reminds me of that Kathleen Lights palette. A couple of the colors. And for the last one is my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, which you know how it looks inside. All these Mac Daddy colors. And that's it. That is all of my eyeshadow palettes. But like I said, that's not counting all my Super Shock shadows, my eyeshadow singles. I have about 4 or 5 of the Urban Decay pots. just because they had some singles that I really liked that I wanted, and liquid eyeshadows, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. Do you guys, I don't even know how many that was. That was too many. Is that how many it was? It was too many. But you guys, let me know, do you like this type of video? And how many palettes do you have? Or do you have a ridiculous amount like I just showed you? Or do you have more than I have? Or do you have another item that you collect way too much of? But that's all for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's right here for you. It's for you. It's just for you. It's just for all of you. And I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!